Most veterans think the VA disability is just a monthly check, $4,500 a month if you are at 100% tax-free for life. And don't get me wrong, that is powerful money. It pays the bills, it eases the stress, it gives you margin most civilians don't have. But here is the problem. Too many veterans stop there. They spend the money like it is extra income instead of treating it like what it really is, a foundation for wealth. The truth is, there is a hidden VA hack that can take that $4,500 and turning it into generational wealth. Wealth that does not just cover you, but covers your kids. Wealth that does not stop when you die, but passes on. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how that works, why most veterans miss it, and how you can use the system you already earned to break the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck forever. On this channel, I show you how 3 years can buy you a lifetime back. So, subscribe. Let's start with the basics. VA disability is guaranteed income. It does not stop when you lose a job. It does not shrink if the economy tanks. It does not get taxed. It is one of the rare streams of money in America that you can literally depend on for life. But if all you do is spend it, you will end up like most veterans, comfortable but not free. The hidden hack is using disability as leverage, not lifestyle. Treat it like a capital, not candy. When you do that, $4,500 a month stop being survival money and start being seed money. And seed money grows into something much bigger if you know how to plant it. The first way to flip the $4,500 is through housing. The VA loan is one of the most powerful wealth tools on earth, but most veterans use it wrong. They buy a single-family house that hits up their disability check in mortgage payment and they think they have made it. That is not the hack. The hack is house hacking. You buy a multi-family property, a duplex, triplex, or fourplex with zero down. You live in one unit and rent the others. Your tenants pay the mortgage. You live rent-free and often with extra cash flow. Meanwhile, your property is appreciating and the loan is being paid down by other people. You have turned your disability into equity. Do that once and you never pay rent again. Do that a few times and you own a portfolio. That is wealth. And because you use your VA loan benefit, you did not need tens of thousands of dollars upfront like civilians do. That is the hack. The second way is education. Civilians go into debt to study. Veterans get paid to study. That's the difference. The GI Bill covers tuition and books, plus pay a housing allowance directly to you, sometimes $2,500 a month just for being enrolled. Stack that on top of your disability, and now you are pulling in $7,000 a month while studying. Use that time wisely. Get a degree in IT, engineering, finance, healthcare, fields where you can double or triple your income once you graduate. And here is the key. Don't spend the GI Bill money. Save it. Invest it. Treat it as margin. Because the degree is already raising your earning power. The money is bonus. That is how you flip school into wealth instead of debt. The third way is dependent benefits. If you are 100% permanent and total, your spouse and kids can receive Chapter 35 education benefits. That is about $1,400 a month while they are in school. On top of that, they get CHAMPVA healthcare coverage. That is thousands of dollars a year saved and redirected into your household. Think about what that means. While your spouse studies, they are being paid. While your kids go to college, they are covered. No debt, no stress, no bills. That is generation wealth in action. Most families drown into student loan debt. Yours can graduate debt-free while your disability check keeps flowing. That is a financial head start your kids will thank you for decades from now. The fourth way is state-level perks. Too many veterans ignore these. Every state has its own benefit for disabled veterans. Property tax exemption, free car registration, discounted utilities, free tuition at state schools. In Texas and Florida, a 100% disabled veteran pays zero property tax on the primary residence. That is thousands of dollars a year saved. Over decades, that is tens of thousands, money that can be invested instead of wasted. Have free or reduced tuition for dependents in states like New Mexico, California, or Illinois, and suddenly you are stacking even more. These are benefits civilians will kill for, but most veterans don't even Google them. They stay broke, not because the money is not there, but because they never looked. That is the scam. The fifth way is investments. This is where the magic happens because $4,500 a month is not just income, it is predictable cash flow. And predictable cash flow lets you invest with confidence. Civilians has to be cautious because if they lose the job, they lose the ability to invest. You don't. Your disability hits every month on the first, rain or shine. That means you can put money into index funds, real estate, or businesses without fear of losing everything. Over time, those investments compound. That is how 4,500 becomes 10,000, then 20,000, then legacy money. And here is the kicker. Because it is tax-free, you can put more of it to work than a civilian ever could. Let me give you an example. Say you invest just of 1,500 a month out of your disability check into index fund. That is conservative, right? You are still keeping 3,000 for bills and living. After 20 years with average market returns, that 1,500 grows into over $800,000. That is almost $1 million on autopilot. Add real estate, equity from your VA loan, house hacks, and you are well over even 7 figures. That is millionaire status from a benefit most veterans treat like pocket change. Now, add the fact that your kids went to school debt-free, your spouse studied while getting paid, and your family lived rent-free because of house hacking. That is not just wealth. That is generational wealth. That is a legacy. Now, listen. Money is not just numbers until you connect it to real life. Think about the average American family. They work for 40 years, pay rent or mortgage, struggle with debt, and hope to leave something behind for the kids. Most don't. Most leave debt, not wealth. Now, think about your family. Imagine your kids graduating college debt-free. Imagine owning multiple properties that pay you every month. Imagine investment compounding quietly in the background while your disability covers your bills. Imagine your spouse having healthcare and income security no matter what happens to you. That is not just comfort, that is legacy. That is the difference between your kids starting life in a hole and your kids starting life with a head start. That is the real hack. So why don't most veterans do this? 3 reasons. Pride, ignorance, and fear. Pride says, I don't want a handout. Ignorance says, I don't know how. Fear says, what if I fail? Pride keeps you broke. Ignorance keeps you blind. Fear keeps you stuck. And the result is the same. Veterans living check to check while the benefits rot in use. The 10% who fight, who file, who stack, who invest, they retire early. They build wealth. They pass on legacy. Same service, same benefit, different literacy. That is the only difference. Here's the truth. The VA disability system feels like a scam because nobody explains it. They don't tell you how to use it. They don't tell you how to stack it. They don't tell you how to turn it into wealth. But once you know, once you understand the playbook, you stop seeing 4,500 as just a check. You see it as a launchpad. And the launchpad does not just lift you. It lifts your whole family. That is generational wealth. So here's my challenge to you. Stop thinking short term. Stop spending every dollar the moment it hits your bank account. Start stacking, start investing, start using the benefit the way they were designed to pay you back for your service, not just for your survival, but for your future. Because if you do, you will realize what I realized. The hidden VA hack is not just the check itself. It is what you do with it. And if you play it right, that 4,500 a month will outlive you. It will bless your kids, your grandkids, and maybe even their kids. That is the power sitting in your account right now. Don't waste it. Drop a comment if you have any question and I will answer them. Please share this video, share my channel, drop a like. If this helped you, subscribe for more plays that turn service into freedom. Thank you for watching till the end. Peace. I'm gone.